Lengel here for another Artist Spotlight, and today I have Anna Canas.
Hello, it's
Hi,
me.
Anna. So nice to see you, and I'm so excited to share your artwork with everybody that's listening right now. You are a senior.
Yes, I am.
You're graduating soon, which is super exciting. And let's just talk about some of your pieces. So here, the first one I want to talk about is this portrait you have here. So why don't you just tell us what it is, what it's about?
So it's supposed to be a portrait of me. I'm not sure if I exactly captured that, but I attempted it. I only have a picture of it half done. I did finish it, but I lost it. So there's that. This one was kind of challenging because, highlights are very difficult, and especially when you're trying to do highlights with hair. So I was struggling a lot with doing that, which kind of shows because it doesn't really look like real hair, which is like my biggest regret with the portrait. But I think I did pretty okay with the face, except for like the mouth region.
I think you did a really great job. What class did you do this in?
This was the first project I did for Advanced Art. It didn't really count for like a grade or anything. It was more just like practice to see like where we were with our skills so that we could continue on from there.
I think the outside viewer is going to say your skills are very good. You're in a great spot. The next one I want to share is this animals portrait. You want to talk about what we're looking at here?
Yeah, so I did that for drawing and painting too last year before we were interrupted with COVID. Um, it was basically like you had to pick an animal that looked angry, like with its mouth open and snarling. And then you were supposed to wrap the animal up in ribbon, but then we used color pencil for the mouth so that it would really stand out. This was like one of my favorite projects that I've done just because I think I did a good job with the mouth because it really pops out just how I wanted it to.
It looks great. I love your teeth. The teeth are the color is excellent. You did an
I was
excellent
very
job.
proud of that.
You should be proud of it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece. And then we have the Coke bottles.
Yeah, that is also a picture of it before it was like completely finished. I had taken that the night before I brought it in, but then we worked on it more in class. So there's like areas in it that look a lot more defined now, but I don't have a picture of that. But this project was also kind of fun. It was using graphite, which is my favorite to use because it's the easiest for me and also because you can do a lot with it. So I had a lot of fun working on this one.
How did you feel doing glass? Glass is a tricky thing.
Glass is very difficult because it like changes the way things look in the background and warps everything. So you had to work around that, especially like with the ellipses of the labels and all that stuff. You had to get it right and make it fit in like it's supposed to.
It looks great. You did a great job. And then we have the shirt and tie project.
Yeah, this was the most recent one. This was the one that I spent the longest on. I think we spent like 3 months because we only had one class every week to work on it. So it took us a while to get through it.
The sleeve, the cuff it just looks so stunning.
Yeah, he wanted me to pick like a few areas to focus on. So like, one thing would stand out among like everything else. He didn't want it all to look the same because then you wouldn't just focus on one area.
And again, this was for advanced art class.
Yes.
This is so great. I love the shirt and tie project. It's something that I've always sort of admired every time anyone has completed it. So you already shared with us what your favorite project was, what your favorite piece was. So I guess my question to you, as 4 years you've been at Woodland taking fine arts classes, what's what's the best advice that you can give to students that are still going to Woodland?
Like about art classes?
Art classes or just in general. I mean, you're a senior now. What's and plus, most people don't know this. You're also in my advisory. So I've had you since day one of 9th grade, and I've seen you just grow up all these years, and you're ready to shine and go to college and all of that stuff. So what would you tell your 9th grade self? Like, what's the best advice you could give?
Well, in general, I'd say do your homework. It helps because if you fall behind on tests or like you get a bad grade, then homework will always back you up and you'll pass because all you really need to do is pass. You don't need to get 90s or anything like that. I'd also say pay attention. It helps.
It does
Especially
help.
recently. It's so difficult to pay attention from home, and that can, really hinder your learning experience. So make sure you pay attention. But like art class wise, it's really just practice. Practice, 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 because that's the only way you're ever going to get better. It's not something that you're born with, it's something you learn.
Yes. Yes.
And I
so,
feel like a lot of people have that misconception that
yeah,
you're just naturally born talented. No, you have to work for it.
I love that because anybody can do it. It's just a matter of following the rules and doing the lessons.
Putting in the effort.
I love that. I love that. What are your plans for next year?
For next year, I plan to go to college. Right now, it's looking like I'm going to go to UConn. I'm planning on majoring in chemistry because I plan on becoming a vet when I'm older. So I need to, take a hard science course, get into vet school.
That's wonderful. I'm so excited for you. I'm excited to see where everything goes with your journey for the future. So just make sure that you keep in touch so we can learn what's happening and keep drawing. Don't stop. Don't stop. Make some time for you. Make some time for some mindful moments to create stuff because you're really talented and we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
So thanks for talking to me today. Thanks for sharing your artwork. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And